So hey team, welcome to our weekly Team Perseverance team call. Today is October 5th and we are in the month of October 2014 and we are heading into the final quarter of the year, the last 3 months. Absolutely amazing. So time to finish the year strong. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Dave Atkins. I'm your upline star diamond and the founder of Team Perseverance. And this is a time for us to get together every week over a training topic. And tonight's topic I'm excited about. It was a big lesson of failing forward for me, and I'll share that with you guys. And also to go over news, announcements, and recognition. That's just what we're here to go over a bunch of things. But first, for those of you that don't know me, I mean, most of you guys, most everybody does, but there are some new faces on here. You all know my name, and I'm married to my wife, Kristen Atkins, who's a Star Diamond coach as well, and we have 3 little kids, and I work full-time, and so does Kristen. She's a full-time school teacher. I'm a full-time lieutenant, with the state police here in New York. So our lives, just like yours, just like everybody else's, just busy, crazy life, but it's not going to stop us from obtaining our goals of living a life by design and having this opportunity to be with all of you all. To have these team calls and to help as many people as possible, because that's what I'm here for, whether it's directly or indirectly through you guys, through our team of helping people get healthy and fit and achieving their goals through living a healthy, fulfilling life. So with that, I want to get right into our announcements for the week. And everybody, I hope you have a pen and paper because there's a couple things going on. So first, our Emerald to Diamond Ramp Group, Rank Advanced Mentorship Program, starts tomorrow. So one of our diamonds, or star diamonds actually, Shanna Carlucci, is running the group. We all spent a lot of time putting time into this. I went through each and every day's work of the post. I made sure it was good for our team. There's a lot of things we're going to learn that even corporate came out with that we can use to help us build our team. We all put hours of work into this, and that is starting tomorrow, and Shanna's going to overlook the group. But this is the thing. If you put your name down and you met the requirements to be in the group, means you at least have to be an Emerald coach. If you put your name down and you have not been put in that group yet or have not heard from Shanna, please message her, or if you need be, message me or comment and tag Shanna in that actual post to make sure everybody's name is there, because we did have a couple people that were not in there yet and was trying to sort it out of who is missing, okay? Second, our Coach Basics group is starting tomorrow, which is, let me back up. That's the other requirement for RAMP. For those of you that are call, you have to be an Emerald coach and you have had to gone through the 30-day Coach Team Perseverance training. That also is starting tomorrow, and this is 30 days long. Well, RAMP is 60 days long. This is a 30-day training, and this is being run by Diamond Coach on our team, Michelle Della Sala. And I just want to say, guys, Michelle and Shanna have really stepped up because our team is growing. I just looked, 495 coaches on the team. I know by the end of this week with our challenge group coming to an end, we're going to blow through 500. It's just gotten that big that the other leaders on the team are stepping up and helping take on the leadership role in this team. And Michelle and Shanna this week are stepping up to do that. So Michelle is running that group. So same thing applies. If you have not seen or got a welcome message from Michelle, or you have not, if she hasn't sent it out yet, I don't know if she did, but if you're not in that group already, Team Perseverance Coach Basics, make sure you either shoot Michelle a message, shoot me a message, and we'll be sure that you're in there. Tomorrow is day 1. It's like a challenge group, people, meaning it's a private group that you're going to go in every day to do your assignments. You're only going to see the assignment, the day, and you're only going to be able to comment. You're not going to be able to post it. You're going to be able to comment below that homework assignment. So that is tomorrow. Number 3, we are heading into week 4 of our current challenge group. Another group, our September group, is coming to an end. It's absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. And this week is all about the chart of focus, rating your workouts based on the letters FOCUS. And your captains in your challenge group should be posting, will be posting and sharing that information with everybody, or they should be posting the focus chart. So that usually people post it tonight, some people tomorrow morning. So that's week 4. those of you that have new coaches, and I'm going to keep it very, very short and sweet. I'm calling all of you that have new coaches, or if you are a new coach and have new coaches, our deadline for the October 13th challenge group, that's a week from tomorrow, is the 8th for the team. That's the deadline. I put the doc up on our coaches page. Be sure to add your name and the amount of challenges you have as per the instructions in the doc. Please read the doc. If you are a new coach, or you are a coach that has new coaches, this is very key. And I'm going to say it because the ones that came on that just wanted the discount, that are probably not on this call, each and every one of you should be reaching out to them and asking them if they maybe have 1 or 2 friends that would like to join them for this challenge group, even if they don't want to work the business and that's what they told you and they're discount coaches. Or asking them, would they be willing to put up a Facebook post, say, on a Monday night, tomorrow night or Tuesday night, to see if they have 1 or 2 people that maybe would join them in the challenge group for next Monday. That actual post of what you can send them is a doc under the coaches page. I think it's called First Facebook Post for New Coaches. It tells you exactly what to do. And this is why, this is the key thing, guys. You probably have many people that say they just want the discount. And a lot of times it's because they don't feel that they are good enough to be coaches yet, because they have not got the results that they want yet. Or basically they're saying, I don't want to be a coach, I don't want to work the business. But I want you to think about this. If you help them and you do the work for them, get 1 or 2 people, and then all of a sudden they get a check for $120, and then they make a little money on top of their Shakeology that gets paid for, something may go off. A little switch may go off in their head like, wow, maybe I can do this business. But that will never happen unless you as a new coach who has new coaches, or you as a veteran coach that has new coaches, even if they told you they just want the discount, if you don't at least ask, you will never know. Because there are coaches on this team right now, I'm not going to put them on the spot, there are coaches on this team right now who came on for nothing but the discount coach, who did not even want to be come on as a coach, period, but felt that they had through our system, they were going to join as a coach, they can stay in the challenge groups. They give us all the reasons to not be a coach, and now they are growing an amazing business. Why? Because their sponsor asked them and helped them make that little bit of money in the first month and the second month, which created their own belief, this coach, that, wow, maybe I can do this. So if you don't ask your coaches, or at least try to help them, all of them, you may be losing somebody that could be a diamond in the rough. All right? So you have a couple days to reach out to your people, no matter what they said their reason was when they came on as a coach. So do that. And walk them through the 5-step invitation process, or do it for them. I usually send them the answers to what they should send to their people that are interested. I don't even tell them what I'm doing. I literally help them right up to closing the deal and what their website is. Don't just leave them out there, but I challenge all of you to do that, because that's what we're about helping each other. So with that, October 8th is the deadline, Wednesday night at midnight, and the group starts a week from Monday. Our P90 Challenge Pack is the one that's on sale through the month of October at $160, normally $180. That's started late September. It's still going on now. And the last 2 announcements I think are important. Number 1 is, look out. Tomorrow, the Diamonds, we're going to start something called Tips from the Trenches. And we're no longer going to have my picture and Kristen's picture at the top of the page that's pinned to the Facebook page, that where it kind of welcomes you to the team. We're now going to pin to the top of the page a tip from the trenches. It's going to be a diamond coach. He's going to put up a video of something very short, less than 2 minutes, of a tip from the trenches of something, maybe how to overcome objections, a quick little burst of training, and it's going to stay pinned to the top of the page for the week. Now, if you're somebody that always is using your smartphone and you're in Facebook, you got at the very top of the Facebook app, it says pinned post. You got to click on that, and then it will take you to the pinned post. You won't see it on the app. If you're on your computer, you will see it. It's always the top post because it's pinned to the top. All right, so that's going to start tomorrow. We're going to be rotating that on a weekly basis to give you guys a little more training to have and something to look at. I'm actually excited about that. Next, and this is the big announcement. Everybody pay attention. Team calls are going to be moved to Monday nights starting next week. They're going to be moved to Monday night at 8:30 p.m. for a couple reasons. The main 2 reasons is, A, I think we will get more people on the call because it won't be affecting people's weekend. People won't be traveling to and from families' houses. People won't be at, we have people at weddings tonight. I saw a couple people. It must be something, a lot of Sunday night weddings. So we're going to move them to Monday nights at 8:30, more during the work week. People are back at home, and it will probably free up a lot of people in their time. So starting next week, which would be the 13th, that's when our team call is going to be. It's going to be Mondays at 8:30. Same time, moving it a day forward. So please remember that, okay? So without further ado, I want to get right into recognition for the week, and then right into the training topic tonight. And let me just pull up my screen here. So these are the coaches that have 100 volume points or more in Team Perseverance who are really leading from the front. So we have at 135, we have Brian Landsman. We have Maria Peterson at 160. Oh, I think Ron is viewing Rhonda's screen. Hold on, I got to stop that. Rhonda, I think you hit share screen. You got to click off. Let me see here. Hold on, everybody. There we go. We have Maria Peterson at 160. Amanda Landsman, 105. Brian Peterson, 112. Timothy Christian, 180. Jeff Flanagan, 180. Who else do we have? Beth Deegan at 180. David Varner at 180. Christy Howerton at 135. Kristen Cleary at 155. Shannon Larice at 100. Guys, amazing. And a lot of new names. My wife, Kristen Atkins at 180. Stefan Nicodemo, 135. Kristen Halderman, 135. Suzanne Henson, 105. Virginia Atwell Greenwood, 150. Lois Favre, 125. Jenny Hall, 125. Eve Ridgers, 135. Adair Kramer, 105. Kerry Seidel, 125. Alice Laughlin, 180. Teresa Knoll, 135. My second business center, 140. Kim Short, 180. Lauren Bowden, 180. Jennifer Galvez, 150. Margaret Smith, 105 volume points. 115 for Dawn Marie Schulz. Erin Darmody, 160. Valentina Gadella at 135. Kelly Delavecchia at 180. Kerry John at 187. Guys, that's everybody in the 100 club. Guys, that's amazing. In the 200 club, we have Sandy Tisdale at 239. Rachel Roth at 260. Also in the 200 club, we have Melissa Prasad, 270. Michael Rudd, 270. G. Marie Cregan, 215. Danielle Zito, 225. Anybody else? Yes, Tara Ramondelli at 225. That's the 200 club, guys. That's great. In the 300 club, let's see here, 300. We have Shana Carlucci at 335. Lisa Marr at 355. Samantha Healy at 340. Let's see, anybody else in the 300 club? Kristen Smalls at 340. Way to go, Kristen. And that's it for the 300 club. In the 400 club, we have Jennifer Holdman at 405. Way to go, Jen. And let's see here. Bear with me, guys. 400. That's it in the 400. Up, one more. Kerry Pietrantonio at 400. Wow, Kerry, that's a brand new coach. Amazing. I think that's it for the 400. So the 500 club and the 500 club volume points or more. Guys, this is amazing. You're at 500 volume points or more. I know I thought I saw one. Bear with me. Where did I see at 500? A lot of names, guys. I mean, it's just amazing. All right, there is nobody in 500. In the 600 club, I see Sharice Nolson at 665. Way to go, Sharice, at 665. And let's see if there's any other 600s. No, that is it for 600s. And right to the 700s, and our winner is in the 700 club, but we have a couple in the 700. We have Gina Strecko at 715. Way to go, Gina. We have Michelle Della Sala at 728. Way to go, Michelle. We have Tara McGinty at 745. And do we have anybody else? That is it. And our winner this week with 757 is Elizabeth Liz Mangione. So, Liz, amazing. She is our, 80-pound loser, crushing everything, not only physically, but business, guys. 757 is her volume points for the whole entire week. So before I get into the actual training, guys, is there any questions so far with anybody? I'm just looking at the chat. Can I get a whoop whoop? That's fine. Get a whoop whoop for Liz. Yeah, a whoop whoop. A boom. Anybody? No questions. All right, guys. So tonight's training, and I want to this kind of came out of nowhere, and I want to kind of tell you guys what brought on tonight and me talking about Evernote. A couple things struck me last week. I'm going to tell you what happened is I used an app in my iPad called Bento, B-E-N-T-O, and that's the app that I used for the last 4 years as a coach to organize my contacts and have everything organized there. Their name, their address, if they were a prospective customer, if they were a Shakeology lead, if they were a Success Club lead, if it was a coach, if it was a free customer. And I had every conversation that I ever spoke about with somebody by the date documented in the narrative portion of this system. And I used this app, and I probably should have realized that this app, Bento, and one of my success partners, Brian Tass, him and I were using it for a couple of years. I had about 1,000 customers in there, and I had in there every single conversation that I've had with somebody for the past 3-4 years, including probably many of you that are on this call right now. Coaches, back when we first started talking, I would always date it. And about a week and a half ago, my app froze. It shut down, and that's including my prospect list, which had about 30 to 40 people on it. I lost everybody, and it put me in I was literally paralyzed because I didn't know what to do, because I never realized two things stuck out to me, 2 lessons I learned here, and it's about failing forward. I'm going to tell you what happened. Number one is that I learned that never you put your stuff or back it up on something that A, isn't exportable, or B, isn't somewhere else. So some people use old school paper and pen, but the telltale sign for me now looking back is an app that no longer exists that I used that had 1,000 customers in there, 996 to be exact, and nowhere to export them onto my computer, not where I can export them on like Microsoft Excel. And I knew through time that if I ever lost this, I'd be screwed. Well, sure enough, it happened. So the first thing I learned is whatever I do going forward, I can't be using something that nobody else uses, that's not duplicatable, that I have to worry about. It's an app by a company that nobody's heard of. So that's the first lesson. The second lesson is this. I always say success leaves clues. And what I realized, guys, is the big thing that struck me is what I was doing subconsciously with every single person that I ever messaged, every single person I followed up with, every single person I invited, subconsciously I would go in that app and I would read the last 3 or 4 conversations that I had with that person. Maybe it goes back 8 months. But 8 months ago, maybe they were finishing up basketball season with their kids, or they were a coach, or they had something happen at school. And what I realized, guys, which I think really plays into part of my success, is I always began the conversation about something with them. Then I got into my message with something with our challenge group of the business, and I ended the conversation about them. Every single time it was about them, the business about them. I sandwiched my message in between my follow-up or whatever it was. And I didn't realize that until I couldn't go back and A, knew who my people were to follow up with, and B, be able to go in and see what I spoke about last time that I had a conversation with them. And guys, I'll tell you right now, I didn't sleep good last week for a couple of nights. This is a massive hit to me. I didn't sleep good. I had people reaching out to me that had interest in the challenge group for October, and I did not even really want to message them because I felt like I was going to have more people's messages coming in. I didn't know where to store it. I didn't know what to do with it. I like copying and pasting conversations. That's me. I feel like it pays dividends later because it shows that you have a vested interest in somebody because you can build a relationship when you remember what you previously spoke about. And when you have 1,000 customers and a team getting this big, you just can't commit it all to memory. So it paralyzed me. So what I decided, I started asking around. I'm in a Facebook group with the other East Coast leaders in the business and asking what other people do. And I searched on Google, and Evernote kept coming up over and over and over again. I also found out that Shailene Johnson, who is a big advocate, she's now running her Smart Success Seminar, is a big advocate of Evernote. I also realized that Evernote has well over 11 million users using it. And it can be exportable was another big thing. And the big thing that really helped me, guys, is that it pushes to all your devices. Whether you're a Droid user or an Apple user, for me, I'm iPod, my iMac. Whenever you put something in any one of your devices, so if you open Evernote on your phone, it instantly will be on your computer. If you do something on your computer, it will go to your phone, your iPad, or if you have Droid devices, it will always push. I didn't have that with Bento, and I love the fact that when I'm working at night and I'm on the computer, I can be typing stuff in, and it's going to end up on my phone basically instantly. And it's not hard, and it's a very simple system, and that's what I'm using right now is Evernote. My saving grace, guys, the end of my story, I was driving to Albany last week for a meeting with a couple other lieutenants, captains, and my major last week. And for some reason, maybe this is a blessing in disguise, when I had opened my iPad in Albany and I clicked on my app, it opened. It actually opened after it froze. And I literally got to my prospect list of like 35 people. I couldn't click on them, but I was able to scroll the names, and I screenshot it. For those of you that have like Apple products, you know, if you hit the menu button and the top button, I screenshot, I rolled it up, I scrolled it up, I screenshot. I was able to recover all the names on my prospect list, probably about, I would say, close to 6 to 10 I would have totally forgot about. And I was able to at least have the names. And then what I did, guys, I spent hours. I spent hours at night sitting at the computer, going to Facebook Messenger and going back with these names and reading conversation and moving it over to Evernote. So this is the point, guys. Life is going to hit you in the face. Life is going to knock you down. As your leader of the team, I deal with struggles too. This kicked me in the ass, and I have to give up and forego almost 1,000 conversations or my prospects. It's gone. If I can't find it or I don't have them refresh my memory, it's gone. I lost it. All right? So I go through the struggles, but if I'm going to fail, I fail forward. And now I have a training topic for you guys. I've learned a better system. And I always have to look at what did I learn from my failure, and this is what I have learned, to share with you guys what I'm doing and to share my experience. So those that are willing to go through struggles, those that are willing to go through the failures are the ones that are going to be successful, because I will not be stopped. I'm shooting for the stars in this business. It stopped me dead in my tracks, but I knew in the end I have to figure it out. It's not if I'm going to figure it out, okay? So I'm going to share my screen right now, and I want to show you Evernote and basically what I did with Evernote, and it's free. So Evernote is down here. You just go to evernote.com and you download Evernote. And basically, guys, what it is it's a system where you're basically, it's like an electronic notebook. So the way it's broken down, guys, if you look here on the left-hand side, it says notes, notebooks, and tags. That's all I really use. And I'm going to go through each of them. Notes is very simple. It basically, you can put a note in, and I title the note the prospect's name, which this one's Hope Morphew is her name, okay? And then within here, I just type in our last conversation. She saw my 21-day fixed post, ready for October challenge. She wanted to get the T25 challenge pack. Her why is, look what I did. Why is colon, and I just pasted what she told me, okay? So this is a typical note. As you see left-hand side, this is a typical note. These are all my notes. But this is a typical note with Hope. Now, the cool thing is you can use tags. Up at the top here, you can use tags, and I can add a tag. And a tag is a search item. So if I was to search up top here a tag, if I was to add another tag here, and I want to add a tag in Beachbody, that's another, like a hashtag. So if I search Beachbody at the top, it's going to pull up all of the notes that have the hashtag Beachbody. As you can see, there's 2 notes found, Hope and Nina. So the thing with the tags is that if you get somebody that's a Shakeology lead, or you get somebody that is a prospective customer, or you get somebody that's interested in P90X3, or you get somebody that's interested in PiYo, you can put the tag up here, PiYo, and then search under the search topic for PiYo, and it'll pull up all the tags or anything like in the title that has PiYo. So you can tag it. Now, this is how you organize all of your notes. It's very simple. Picture a notebook with different subjects. You create notebooks, and it's as simple as clicking on New Notebook, okay? And I then created notebooks by prospects, October Challenge Group, coaches, cold leads. This is just Evernote, and I got a welcome email, and this is a personal to-do list. So let me give you an example. Here is my prospect notes. These are all of my prospects right now. And if I click on any one of them, it will give me the conversation that I had with the prospect, and I put the time in. It updates it, updates it on the left-hand side the last time you updated it, but I like putting that this is just my freehand typing. And then what you do is you determine when you do a new note, and I'm going to do a new note to show you. So I'm going to do a new note, Test Challenger, okay? Then you can click and put it in any of your notebooks. So I can put it in the Evernote notebook, the coaches, but I'm going to keep it in prospects, okay? So it goes in that book. And then you can type in, you can bullet point it, you can number it, you can do it where you have to check the box when something is done, if you have a to-do list, okay? You can record an audio by hitting record, 1, 2, 3, and then it will be put in. You can attach files. You could put a picture in, or you can drag a picture in, okay? Right into your note. Okay, all right into your note. And then up here, you can set a reminder. So if you want to follow up with somebody, you're putting them in, and then you want to follow up with them, you can put a reminder 30 days from now to follow up, and it will alert you. Okay, you can do many things. You can email this note to yourself, or you can trash it. So that note's gone. So what happens is when you create a new note, you then select the notebook you want it to go in, okay? And then from there, you have your notebooks, and all of your notes get dumped in by it being organized. Now, the best thing in, guys, is that it automatically does the syncing for you, or I can click on it here. It automatically does the syncing for you. The tags, it has the tags that I've used, prospects, coach prospect, customer lead program, Beachbody, okay? So you can search your notes for any of those tags that you've created. But guys, it's nothing more than a way to create a new note, putting photos in, putting a title, which I use their name, the topic, and then putting what notebook you want it to go in on the left-hand side, and that it simply pushes everything to all your devices. Now, like here under the to-do list, now this is all free, but on a personal level, for those of you that are married and stuff, I made a to-do list, and if you have the premium level Evernote, which is way more than we need, there's more. You can do presentations and webinars, I believe, from Evernote. You can share certain notes. So, for example, if I wanted to do a to-do list for my family and it was certain errands that Kristen and I had to run, we could create a to-do list with it, as you can see, that's this box with the check. And I can put this to-do list, and whenever I check off something is done, it will automatically be synced with somebody you want to share. You can share certain notes with somebody else that has the, as long as one of you guys have the premium account, it's very easy to do. I'm blanking out where, but if I have the premium account and my wife Kristen has Evernote, I can make a new note and have it so it's shared with her. So if we have working things we want to do in the family, or errands have to be run, or you guys are on a budget, like Chris and I are always on a budget every month, and we're keeping track of our money. She puts something in there and deducts money. It will automatically come up on the note that we shared. So you can do that under the premium account. So guys, the thing with this is it is exportable. Export notes. You could export it. It's backed up. There's a ton of users. Shailene loves it. It's very simple to use. And that's basically the sum up. This is Evernote, and this is what I'm using. And I think it's very duplicatable. If you have a system that works, don't change. But let me ask you, do you have a way to back it up? If something, if you're using an app and it crashes, do you have a way to back it up? If you are a person that uses paper and pen and you lose it, what are you going to do? Do you have anything that backs it up? So make sure you're thinking what are you doing in case you lose it, and that you're organized. And then last but not least, if you are a coach that is not organized and is trying to commit this to memory, because I know right now there are probably coaches right now, and I know that go to their Facebook Messenger and just scroll, oh, let me talk to this person, and scroll, oh, let me talk to that person, or, oh, I think I got to follow up this person. I'll tell you right now, you are losing money every single day and growing your business if you think that's what being organized is. I had a coach tell me that that's how they do their follow-ups. That's how they're organized. They scroll through their Facebook Messenger to see who they got to follow up with and who they haven't spoken to in a while. Guys, that's a bunch of garbage. It won't work. You need to have a working to-do list so I can go in here and know I have 34 prospects and I need to follow up with each and every one of them, and I'm constantly working on it on there. From my actual phone, it's basically, I'm going to just show you guys on Evernote. It is the same exact thing. It has all of like my notebooks. Yeah, you really can't. I don't know how to share this on the screen, but the Evernote app, again, it's free. It's on my phone. It's on my iPad, and everything's constantly syncing. So with that, guys, I want to open up and to any questions with anybody. So please unmute your line if you have any questions regarding Evernote or any questions about your organization at all. Anybody?
Hey, Dave.
Yes.
So you said it backs up. When you say it backs up, do you mean that goes on all your different devices, or does it back up to something on your computer?
No, it syncs to all your devices. Okay. So like if it crashed on my iPad like this app did, I can get on the computer and it'll still be there.
Okay.
And if you want to physically go in and export it probably to your computer, which I have not done, to save it as a file, you can do that as well, from what I was told. I haven't done it, but I feel like the fact that you could back it up, and the fact that if in case something gets lost and your phone gets stolen or your computer gets stolen, it's still going to be in the Evernote server per se, and they're very it's very highly recommended, and a lot of big companies use them, so I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, great.
Dave?
Yes.
Can you easily change from your prospect folder to another folder?
You broke up. Repeat that, Vicki.
Can you easily change a person from your prospect folder to another folder?
Yeah, easy. It's as simple as I'll go to a note here. So here, I'll go to my prospects. I open up Nina, and I would just simply click here and click on what notebook I wanted to go to, Vicki, and then click on move after I do it, like this, and then move, and it'll move her to the October Challenge group.
Okay.
Easy. Very easy. Anybody else? No other questions? Wow, guys, you're all that good? No questions?
Dave,
Yeah.
this is Gina.
Hi.
I do all of my stuff in ACO. Do you not do that?
I have ACO, and the only reason I did not put it in ACO is I'm still kind of feeling out where I think it's going. Number one,
Okay.
I don't want to have to do what I did last time and spend all these hours of trying to get stuff out of ACO. It wasn't mobile yet on my phone, and it wasn't being pushed everywhere. And I noticed one thing I didn't like about when I had Bento, Gina, is that I had to take my iPad with me everywhere whenever I went to business things, or if I wanted to do business. Like I would be working on my iMac and have my iPad open to look at Bento to go on there, and it just was a hassle. And I like the fact that with this, it's on everything. It's constantly pushed, so I don't need to worry about it. And I know ACO doesn't push it to your devices. They're working on a mobile app, and I don't know where I'm heading with that. I know we've discussed some things, so not that I think that's a bad idea. I think if I was using that, I would stick with it. They're fine. It's not bad, but I had a couple of things in mind.
Why are you thinking that's going to not be, we're not going to be using that?
No, not that we're not going to be using it. I just don't know. I just don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to go mobile on a mobile app? You know, is it going to be eventually where you can get like an app and push it, an app where you can push it like Evernote? And right now, the big thing is, not that I think it's going anywhere, but it's just Beachbody. Like Evernote is millions of people with big companies are using it. And when I saw Bento crash, that scared, it destroyed me last week. And not that I think Automatic CEO is going anywhere. I don't. It seems to be growing. But I don't want it to fold in a year from now and be in the same position I was just in, because it stressed the crap out of me. And Kristen can vouch for that. I was miserable for days. I had to get over it. 1,000 people to lose is a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I just feel Evernote. And then I heard Shailene, that's her number one app she recommends in all her training. When I heard that, and she's very business smart, that was kind of that when I said, you know what, that's it. I'm doing Evernote, and I just made the decision, and I didn't look around. There may be something better, but I know a lot of people are using this, so that's all. You could, Gina, though, just so you know, and I still have done it, you could use Evernote and then jump in Automatic CEO if you're setting them up on an autoresponder and the emails, and still type in there and kind of do it in both places. Because I was doing that with my Bento app as well. When I'd set them up on an autoresponder in my Bento app, I would put entered into Automatic CEO autoresponder, and then in Automatic CEO, I would put enrolled in customer, customer free order, whatever one of the autoresponders were. And I would have it going in both places. But I liked having something more where I can really put a lot more information in. But it's not a knock at that at all. That was just me. But that's my opinion.
Okay.
You can stay where you are. All right.
Hey, Dave, this is
Yep,
Shannon.
thank you.
Hey.
Hey, Dave, it's Shannon. Can you
Hey,
hear
how
me?
are you? Yep.
Sorry, I'm in an airport. I wanted to add a little credibility to Evernote. I actually use it in my business, and I work for an international company. So I'm actually kind of happy to hear that you're using a tool that I'm already using for work, and now I can think about actually just syncing my Beachbody stuff with my actual business stuff, so when I'm on the fly, I know what's going on. So that's pretty cool.
You can create another notebook.
Yeah, just create other folders. It's a really great way to do business, keep track of your customers, where they are, what they're doing. I sync it even with my Outlook email. All of my meetings are synced with it. They pop up on my phone when calls are ready to begin. I have another app that I use for calls as well. That's One Touch. But I'm happy to hear that you're using Evernote. I'll just go ahead and sync it with my my new business.
No, that's good. I don't know if it was breaking up for some of you guys on Shannon, but she uses it for her current business, and I think a lot of people use it, everybody, and I think that Shannon, I'm just kidding. I think a lot of people use everybody, and I think it's very easy, and it does, even like what Shannon was saying. I haven't even used it to that point. I don't want to. I want to make. The one thing they always say is make it duplicatable. So I'm not going to, I didn't want to share you guys Bento when I used it because it wasn't so duplicatable. Obviously, if everybody was using it on this team, you'd all want to kill me because it just kind of crashed. But this, I feel, is duplicatable, and you want to be duplicatable for your coaches. And at the end of the day, you just need to keep your prospect's name, and you need to keep up what you last spoke about. That's it. That's how I grew my business at the end of the day, and this does that. So that's why I'm using it. And guys, really, if you're not somebody that's organized in this business, you're not going to be able to be successful. You got to be organized and have a system. Any other questions? Guys, anybody? Got anything? No? All right, guys, if that's it, my only thing I could say is find something and make sure you're thinking of if I lose this or if this system breaks or if this app crashes, what can I do to recover it? And B is if you're somebody that's a paper and pen, which is I think is still great and good old school, how are you protecting that and where do you have stuff backed up? So with that, otherwise, guys, have a great night. Invite. Our deadline is Wednesday. Get your name on the dock. We're going to have an amazing 4th and final week. The exit video will be going up for all our current challengers to come on our team. We're going to have explosive growth again. I love all you guys. I'll talk to you all soon and have a good night. Bye-bye.